The bell is tolling. It's the coach. This is the 2020 season on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Le'Veon Bell, fresh off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders taking on the New York Jets. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They go play action here on first down. Herndon's got it complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. The offensive starters now for the Jets.
And congratulations on their win last week, but they didn't get a whole lot of time to celebrate it on Sunday. They were right back to work on Monday, but you'll have to do things differently when you prepare for a Thursday night game, because normally you'll take some time off. Here you get right back to work on the game plan mentally, and probably not put any pads on until you play again Thursday night.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
A nice little juke. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Carr. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They'll run on first down. Rose. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And, partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time. and take it out on the other team.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A look now at the defensive starters for the Jets. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. To throw his Carr. Ebron's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Rose. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. A look now at our starting defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing now is Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Here's Carr to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Carr, and that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. Now it's Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Carr going to throw. He's got it to Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Carr now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Carr completes it.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now that's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. A shotgun snap for Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there gets them a bit closer, but you can bet there's probably some guys on that sideline, Charles, thinking we deserve a better play.
No doubt, Brandon. Those 2 misses earlier kind of hanging over them right about now. In a tight one like this, if those are makes, then obviously this is a completely different game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
In the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
You got him. You got it.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
24 is the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Carr now on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and that'll bring up second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's got a man. It's Williams. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now Carr again. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28.
Let's go, baby.
7 yards there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. They run the counter. Warren. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Bailey's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Bell. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. A screen to Bell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 8, but it's not enough. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down now, it's Bell. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Darnold from the gun. Anunua's got it, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Carr now on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right.
And to give this time to the tailback. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Carr looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the LA Rams. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll keep it on the ground. Rose. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rose. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
yeah.
we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Darnold. And now another one thrown incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Get ready. Get ready.
This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go again with Bell. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, Rose.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Raiders. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr, short little throw to Ebron. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
We play to win. Let go. Watch the screen. Pass.
On 1st down, Carr. That's complete. It's Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Does the big boy have the juice? And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. On 2nd down, Dobbins. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 26, check 26.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And he's got a noon one. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
Check, 59. Rip right, rip right. Check 20.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
You don't want no sack. You don't want no problem with me. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Good track, good track.
And Darnold, he lost the football.
Let's go, boys, bring it on.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell, he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Again, it's Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Carr now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard of a pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
You got it. You got it. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Shotgun now for Carr. Ebron's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Now Carr again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd down now, it's Rose. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. To throw on 3rd down, Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Eric Ebron. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's back to throw. It's complete to Williams. Williams loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. New York set to take the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And McManus able to put it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carr to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Now Carr. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 38. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
New York set to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.